Hi, this is Orlando Greenhill, aka Odd Rocker. I'd like to talk to you guys about creativity. There's a lot of people that think that they are not creative, and to be honest, I bear to differ with that. Everybody has creativity, and the reason that I'm saying that is because everybody has the ability to dialogue with their environment and process things, um, you know, and that in itself is creativity. You don't necessarily have to be a musician, dancer, or poet or an artist, but whatever you do can be a work of art. Even as mundane as certain jobs are, the way that we go about those jobs, you know, will make us stand out. And that in itself is a work of art. Like I'm not one to be all about mundane stuff. I hate it, like even stuff like homework or whatever. But I recognize how creativity is even a part of that too, because it's the way that we dialogue with it, you know, versus just us not dialoguing with it. Everyone has a creative way of doing certain things. It's like, our fingerprint, like our fingerprints are different. It takes creativity to dialogue with certain situations, have a conversation with your situation. I guess you can say it like that. Um, think about it. You know, where we are now versus 1,000 years ago. That all took creativity, like let alone even 5 years ago or a day ago. I mean, so many people have invented things, so many ideas have been set across, the board. But creativity, is something that will always sustain, you know. Um, the thing is like whatever is creative will always help people grow. Whatever is destructive will always, have people disintegrate. We must create, and that just basically means, you know, dialoguing is always the key. Dialoguing and engaging ourselves with things around us and the people around us. And when we do that, I think it will, you know, have a better effect on anything that we do. So when I think of creativity, like it's just so crucial because it's a part of us. It's a part of our decision making thing. I mean, I was so obsessed with that word, like back in the day, it's like late 90s, early 2000s, to the point where I would say it just as like an interjection or an exclamation, like, oh, create, man. Those of you that know and that's known me that long probably remember that. And then it got to the point where I wrote that on my shirt. And the reason I wanted to write that on my shirt is because I wanted people to see it and just kind of ask me about it. And we would get into these conversations based on that. And I thought that was cool because, we talked about basically like how everyone is created, creative, and how you're creative and I'm creative and everyone is creative. It's real cool. And that was really encouraging. I mean, that for all you guys that know some of the things that I've been involved in band wise, that ended up becoming a band name because of that. Not to say that I'm like this dude or whatever, but it was just such a great word that, the guys that I was working with at the time thought it was profound as well. And we all decided on using that because it's such a profound word and it's beyond a concept. It's a reality. It's just, we couldn't put it in words. And we just said, man, we gotta, that's an action. It's a verb. It's the reality of just like living, we all have the potential to create and we are all creative by nature. And if we knew this, I think it would help a lot of us that kind of struggle with not only a poor self-esteem, but just, thinking that we can't do anything or that we're not worth anything, which, I bear to differ on that too. So creativity to me is definitely a gift from the creator, and it's a gift for us to help each other. And I really admire and I'm glad that I've been able to do the artistic part of that But then again, if you really look at it, anything that you do can become a work of art, whether it's in the quote unquote arts or just even at your job at a desk. You know, the fact that you can exude just who you are, you know, being creative and creating your own self by your own personality, you know, like just in a positive light of what that is. Creativity is in everything, man. We can't get away from it. We are creativity, you know, if you really look at it. I just want to encourage you, wherever you are, if you think that you're not creative, if you think you're not worth anything, and even if you think you are, know that you are a creative person. You have a lot to live for because of this creativity, and even without it, you will still be creative. I know that didn't make any sense, but think about what I said with that. You know, like basically I'm saying you can't get away from it because it's a part of you. And I just want to encourage everyone, and I hope that this says something. There's a lot that I wanted to say. I'm probably not the most articulate speaker, and I'll freeze up because I'm on camera right now, but I hope this is an encouragement to you. Stay creative and use that creativity, dialogue, you know, with yourself and everything else around you. Yeah, man. Remember, you know, you can make anything that you do into a work of art, and it's by your fingerprint. Peace.